When we see no apparent evidence of an injury and we find out after the fact that there's something wrong, one of the questions we need to raise is whether it's that damn artificial turf. The Vikings have a new field this year, but back to the point that comes up from time to time, and I think is destined to come up as the NFL continues its inevitable push to 18 regular season games. How about grass fields everywhere? I know that's not practical. I know that retrofitting stadiums like US Bank in Minnesota to have a grass stadium, a grass field that would be outside and then wheeled inside, I don't know what it would take, but it's one of the leverage points that the union has, and it's already been mentioned by the executive director, Lloyd Howell, about the playing surfaces.
Right.
But that there's not a lot of give there. The pressures go up into the body when you plant.
Right.
When you're playing like he was playing, there was a lot of suddenness to how he was playing.
Yeah.
There was a lot more. I'm trying to articulate this the right way. With Caleb Williams, it was smooth and relaxed.
Yeah, I hear you.
With J.J. McCarthy, it was very sudden
it's
and tense.
Yeah, I hear you. It is. It's a more jagged movement style.
And so when you're jamming your feet into the surface that doesn't give, into the surface that doesn't absorb the forces but throws them back up into your body, it may be a situation where I feel fine, I feel great, go to bed, wake up, my knee's messed up.
Right. No doubt. That's what everybody says about artificial turf and dealing with that. I mean, again, I'll state it for the 19th million time here with you. I mean, the big guys especially, they hate the artificial turf. They hate it. I mean, when we had to go inside and maybe it was a bad weather day with the Tennessee Titans or the Broncos, or even when I was working in New England, the play, gosh, we got to play on that stuff today, right? And to your point, yeah, of course we know it's tougher on your joints. There's more feedback into your body, and like you're talking about, right? Like it could have been on one of those plays where he spinned out of the pocket. And on grass, when you spin, the cleat lets go.
Spinned?
So, spinned, yes, as a Simsism. Yes. When he spun out of the pocket, I know. That was just dummism right there.
That's just dumb.
Yeah, exactly right.
No,
but when he
don't denigrate the Simsism.
I know.
Don't pull that.
You're right.
Into your accidental wisdom of Simsism.
Yes, I won't. All right. But when he spun there, right, those are even movements that are different in grass compared to artificial turf. And you spin out of there, and all of a sudden, wait, my foot gets caught in the turf a little bit, and maybe you could tweak your knee or an ankle that way. It doesn't take much, and sometimes, with your adrenaline and the game and just the intensity of it all, sometimes little injuries like that, you don't feel them until you calm down, you get home, you sit on the couch, and you go, gosh, I don't know. Every time I kind of move, my knee feels weird. I don't know what it is. What is it? Then you wake up the next morning. It's even worse, to your point, and it goes from there. And I mean, we can get grass fields across the league. I hope we can do that.
There's got to be a way to do it because we know they're doing it for the World Cup in 2 years. Yeah. They are moving heaven and earth to lure the FIFA World Cup to stadiums that play football on artificial turf, indoors and outdoors. They're making it work. They could do it if they want to do it, but it's not cheap. And it still astounds me. Look at the Wilfs, not protecting their investment. Not that they really made the connection. Like, we're getting this new stadium. It's going to be all-purpose. It's going to be indoors. The time to have the conversation is in the design of the stadium. Hey, let's have a grass field that comes in and out, and let's spend the money necessary to keep that grass pristine, even though it's going to be outdoors. It's going to be in the elements. We have to have a greenhouse over it or something. All those things add up. And at the end of the day, they want the stadium to be as nice as it can be, but as cheap as it can be. And we just haven't gotten the sense that NFL owners care or are even sensitive to the differences in surfaces. And what a shock that they're not sensitive to it when the NFL continues to spew the talking points of, the injury rate's no different. And so you get some owner that's never played football, frankly, and gets the the handout at the meeting that shows that the injury rates are the same between grass and turf, and they think it's no problem.
Yeah.
It's no problem. And if you don't understand it the way that you need to, and if you don't care about keeping your guys healthy, then you just shrug at it and say, now we would do it if it was the only way we were going to ever host the World Cup, if that's mandatory, if that's required, but we're not required to do it in this context, so we won't. It would be nice if the union would, number one, say to 18 games, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it, because the louder and more persistently you say we're not doing it, the better deal you get when you give in. They're being too compliant. Hopefully they'll be less compliant, because hopefully there's a way to spark something where it will be grass everywhere. And, I think our obligation to the players, not that it's just, to the game, to keeping guys healthy, we bang that drum as much as we can.
Yeah.
Because I think it's got to be a groundswell where it becomes a no-brainer when they do it, if they ever do it, and hopefully one of these days they will.
Yeah, hopefully when it comes to that time, it will be a groundswell, and I think we'll see that the players will speak up against it, because it's, as you know and as I know, nobody likes the artificial stuff. Nobody. So that's where I think when it gets to the nitty-gritty, hopefully we have some leaders out there that will lead us down that path and get that done. Definitely. But yeah, they
act like it's a debate. I'm having flashbacks to last year when this was an issue. The commissioner acts like it's a debate. Some players like it, some players don't. No! You could maybe, if you scour the 1,700 players in the NFL, find one guy or two or a handful of them that say, well, I run a little faster on that, or, I like kicking on that instead of kicking on a clump of mud.
Right.
But the vast majority will say, let's play on grass.
Yes, I hear you there. I mean, that's not even close. I don't know anybody, right, that I ever played with that was, let's just say, I'll take kickers and punters out of it because I don't know their thoughts. I don't know anybody that preferred the artificial stuff over the grass, and especially the grass you get. We're not talking about some high school field or anything like that. Sometimes that's not well taken care of, or might have a divot from other sports or whatever. College football, the NFL, it's pretty pristine. The grass is perfect. It's every bit as fast as the artificial turf and on a really good grass field. So yeah, there's no denying that. You're exactly right. And hopefully the league can figure that out. But yeah, it hurt your investment. It hurt your quarterback. It hurt the chance of us seeing the Vikings maybe build something special with the young nucleus here in Justin Jefferson and J.J. McCarthy. That gets put on hold.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.